Spotlight. Let's go live here. Live here. Say Thorn City Spotlight. Yes, sir. I think we live. All right. Let me see. Before I go live there, let me check. Oh, let's see. Let's check and make sure. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. We live, we live, we live. Welcome to the Spotlight Show, SNL. Man, another one. I'm trying to be consistent here on my Saturday Night Lives. But what I'm trying to do right now is check the stream. What's the stream sound like? Oh, let's see. But what I'm trying to do right now is... That sounds good. Oh, that sounds great. All right. And then for those who ain't live there, we're going to go live here. That's what we're going to do there. Live, live, live. We live everywhere, mate. Man. I'm trying to get it dialed in, you guys. Emojis can't be still. I don't know what that is. So we back for another one. What I like to call SNL, my Thorn City Spotlight, Saturday Night Live, every Saturday night from 8 to 10 p.m. with yours truly, Thorn City Podcast Guy. We coming to you live from the dungeon now. We live in the dungeon from an undisclosed location. The GMP Podcast Studio is now closed, officially closed on Burnside. The business ain't closed, just the building is closed. So stay tuned. GMP's coming back with some new stuff. We're gonna get into the mobile podcast production. But I'm turning my how I want to say it. I'm turning my focus back to me, Thorn City Syndicate Management. Kind of got away from it as I was growing and helping build the GMP brand. Still working behind the scenes, but now it's all about your boy in the Thorn City Syndicate, the management agency, the Spotlight Show. Looking for some new office space. I think I found a place I like. I will be able to shoot some small podcast productions there. I'm stepping into the producer and videographer and audio tech. Doing it all now. As you can see, I got my home set up now. I got all my tools here and I'm doing it all myself. And so it's been kind of fun learning this side of everything. It's been fun. I don't know what else to say, but it's the Spotlight Show. Like I said, Saturday Night Live. Live from the dungeon. Undisclosed location. It's the Be Seen, Be Heard podcast experience powered by Thorn City Syndicate Management Agency, where visibility meets transformation. So welcome back to another live stream. It's my content creation session. It's where I test ideas out and try new things out. And I actually got to try something new tonight. I got a guest that's going to call in. He's interested in learning about podcasting. And so Form into my new role and not necessarily new role, but just like I said, the rebrand. As I expand into my rebrand of the business and the show, I'll be doing a lot more hands-on work. Got some new features I'd like to launch. That's all in the works. So I need y'all to smash that like button, drop a comment, tap in on the tap in, like my guy Seasoning would say. Make sure y'all tune in on Thursday nights for the What I Think Was Seasoning podcast. We've been doing Instagram lives the last couple of weeks just because like I said, the studio shut down, and been trying to figure some things out, man, on what I want to do and how I want to do it and where I want to do it. And so we're going to tap in this week and see if we can find a new place to shoot again. If I move into my office, we might do it there, or we might pop up somewhere and do it live on location. But yeah, tap in on the tap in, tell a friend to tell a friend, and make sure y'all support and subscribe to the Thorn City Spotlight YouTube channel. You can see right over the top of my head, I got my LED scroller there. It says, what does it say? Get your free digital report card today. So if you want to know how visible your business really is, grab your free digital report card. Check the website, www.thorncitysyndicate.com. Actually going to be rebuilding that as well. I do have a landing page up there that I'm in the process of working on. I was going to take it down, but I'm like, whatever. It is what it is. It's a work in progress, just so y'all know. But you can fill out the form and get your free digital report card and see what your online visibility looks like. So that's something else I'm going to be focusing in on, is the digital products and helping you become visible online. So the visibility tip of the week is something new I'm going to be adding into the show here. What's up, Cuddy? Remember, visibility grows from consistency, not just creativity. So that's something I'm working on myself, is being more consistent and just being visible. Because if you ain't being seen, then you can't be seen, and the people can't help you out. Oh man, just here, man, at the dungeon. I'm set up at the house now. We shut the studio down, man. We decided not to renew our lease, so I'm looking for a new office space. I think I dialed in. I think I got somewhere I want to post up for. So I'm at the house now with the Saturday Night Live show. Every Saturday night, 8 to 10, your boy gonna be on here, man, trying to get it in. So no, I'll take that back. Not trying to get it in. I'm gonna be on here getting it in. As I grow the new focus of the Thorn City Syndicate Management. It's about visibility and transformation. So that's where we at with it. So tonight I want to shine the spotlight not just on business, but on my transformation in business. The fun begins now. I just completed the CBI, School of Success Business Program. Shout out to my guy Jamal Lane over there, and his wife Christina Lane. It was a good program. I didn't know I was the first one to go through it, so it's being removed. So I've been learning how to catch myself. So yeah, I catch myself real quick. I say try. I said nope, I ain't trying. I'm doing. So yeah, let's get that out the vocabulary. So that's another tip. Live from my guy, Mr. 3 the hard way. So get that trying out your vocabulary. You don't try, you just do. And so that's what we doing, man. We ain't trying no more. We just doing. So, but when I started the program, I had ideas. But now I got a plan. I got some systems to build, some processes to focus on. Got some financial clarity. I had to go back and tap into my finances and what was going on, man. It was crazy. It was all over the place. So I got that squared away, and so now I got a vision I can actually execute on. And so that's what I'm gonna do. Um, I'm gonna get my office, like I said, and then the next focus is building my program and system that I'm working on. So I'm going from being overwhelmed to having a clear mind on what it takes to grow, and so CBI gave me the tools that I can use immediately. Financial strategies, pitch decks. They say all real world stuff that I can actually use and implement today. Hope I wasn't trying to do that. It's a trip doing this all by yourself, but I like it. It's tight. So, but the biggest thing I took away from the program was probably clarity, on a bunch of different levels, but just having a clear mind, clear thoughts, clear vision on what I want to do next. And so it's going to really help and give my business the legs it needs to grow. So if you're serious about building a business, CBI is more than a program. It's a blueprint. It gives you the playbook, the coaching, and the accountability to really make it happen. So it was in connection with CASA's IDA program, and so they're going to help me out with some business funding now that I completed the program. So they asked me to give a take on my thoughts on how that can help. But from my perspective as a small business owner, the IDA program was not just financial support. It was accountability framework that helped me structure my ideas into a real actionable plan. The requirement of building a business plan gave me the clarity, confidence, and direction. It was a turning point in the vision and the structure that I needed. So I know they're talking about creating an on-demand business program. I think that would be great to expand into that, because through on-demand model will be a game changer for you guys. Just like the financial education modules, the business plan lessons could be universally accessible, allowing entrepreneurs to move at their own pace while still meeting requirements. Many of the small business owners have multiple jobs, family responsibilities, and unpredictable schedules. Having a 24/7 access to the quality training ensures they don't miss out simply because they can't attend live sessions. So I'm definitely advocating for the continuation of the IDA funding portion of the CBI business program. Gives the business the power to reduce barriers, shorten the learning curve, and create a more prepared business owners. So even without the live coaching, the video lessons will offer lasting value for entrepreneurs at many different stages. So what makes that important is that the people who would benefit the most from these resources are often the ones who cannot afford them on their own. So the funding ensures access to those who truly need it. So it turns the opportunity into real lasting impact. So I wouldn't have been able to do it when I wanted to do it. I would have figured it out, but like I always do. But being that option was there, it really helped me dive in on it. And so I really appreciate those guys over there. So what's next? Hey, Wintress, I'll be talking. There's Wintress. She done joined in. That's gonna be my live guest tonight. She's helping me figure this part of my journey out, where I'm gonna be getting into some coaching, taking live calls on the live. I've took a couple live calls, but I ain't took it from someone who's interested in getting into podcasting and coaching. So I had some ideas and a thought of bringing a live conversation in, and that'll be the first step when somebody reaches out. I'll host what they call it an intake, but I'm just calling it a get to know you session and hear your thoughts and what are you looking for, and how can I help? So The Thorn City Spotlight Show. It was the Thorn City Syndicate Spotlight Show. Now it is the Thorn City Spotlight Show. Man, so I've been, like I said, the rebrand of the business and the podcast. It's been fun. It's been needed. Came right on as we was making the decision to, sign a new contract to keep the building or not. And so just going through that course and the thoughts where I was having, made the decision easy for me to, oh, dang it, I don't want that in the picture. Let's see, how can I get that out of there? Oh, well, I need to move the camera, but this is what happens when you're on your own. My shot ain't right. I got stuff in the shot. But whatever. So, what I was going to say, the Thorn City Spotlight Show. I'm relaunching, new era, new vision, a new look on life. So, let's see. The first part of the rebrand is the home setup. I'm at the home now, in the dungeon, undisclosed location. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. You probably shouldn't if you don't. So, we here. And so then the next part I'm working on is the visibility network. That's a couple. There's a couple pieces to that, but that's going to be launching soon. And so part of it is the podcast host system. That is the system that I'm working on creating right now. There's going to be a DIY version, a do-it-yourself version. There's going to be a done for you version, a DFY, and then there'll be a DWY, the done with you. That's the coaching. So the first test subject will be yours truly, your boy, the Thorn City podcast guy. I'll figure it out on me. I'm the first client always, since this is what I do. Since I actually do, the customers I serve is I'm one of those type of people. So we're gonna figure it out on me. That's always a good way to test your stuff out on yourself. So visibility in action, man. How to be seen, be heard, and be remembered. Like I said, getting some coaching and teaching. The visibility network. No, it's the creative vendor network and marketplace. That's another piece of the visibility network I'm working on. So marketing is about promotion, running ads, posting content, and spreading the word about your product or service. That's just only one piece of the puzzle. The visibility goes deeper. It's about consistently being seen and heard and remembered in the right spaces by the right people in ways that build trust with the people you're looking to help. Builds trust, credibility. And so the visibility includes presence, showing up where your audience is already, whether that's podcasts, digital platforms, or events. You got to show up and be a presence. So that's something else I'm working on as I get my stuff dialed in. I'll be stepping back. I'll be stepping out and showing up and popping up. I think now that I got my own setup and I can do it all myself, I'm gonna do some pop-ups myself, where I just pop up. Before, I had to get a budget to be able to pay the whole team to show up and pop up. But it's just gonna be me now, so I'll do the popping up. So you can show your presence, man. So you got to position yourself, be seen as authority, not just another option. I think the last 5 years up there at the GMP Podcast Studio allowed me to learn a lot about podcasting. I think I built some authority in that field, and so that's why that's going to be my focus. Podcast hosts, entrepreneurial podcast hosts, to be specific, is going to be my niche. That's always something else I had a problem with, is niching down. So I got my niche now. That helped go, like I said, going through the CBI program with the clarity and vision on what I wanted to do. Got the new branding on, as you can see, at the new Thorn City Syndicate Management logo. And then the other thing is partnerships, leveraging networks and collaborations. So that's all part of the creative vendor network marketplace I'm trying to build. Now, not only where you can find services, but you can sell your services as well. Also, all a work in progress. Put it into action. So, in other words, marketing gets attention, but visibility builds connection, reputation, and long-term growth. So, a few practical steps you can take today. Update your digital footprint. That's something else I'm gonna have to do now. From the dungeon. For y'all live on the Thorn City. What am I on Instagram? Oh no, on Instagram. If y'all want to see the whole show, go to the Thorn City Spotlight on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. You can see all the excuse me. You can see all the hard work I'm doing behind the scenes. You can see all the hard work I'm doing. But it's tight. I like it. It's fun. So what I was saying, update your digital footprint, Google yourself and your business. Make sure your website, all your social profiles, all tell the same story and clearly say what you do. And so as a rebrand, I need to go do and update all that for myself. Claim your listings. Get on free directories like Google Business, Yelp, and niche industry platforms. This makes it easier to find and boost your credibility. So that is a service I will be offering, getting you on the listings. Like I said, if you go claim your free digital report card, it's going to give you a letter grade. I'm taking you back to, first, second, third, school, A, B, C, D, F. Those are the grades you're going to get. So go get your listing now. It's free. And it's on the website, thorncitysyndicate.com. Another one is repurpose one piece of content. Take something you already created, a blog, a post, a podcast, turn it into at least 2 or 3 new formats. You can create a LinkedIn post, an Instagram reel, and a short email. That's an easy way to repurpose your content. One piece don't just have to be for one platform and one space. It can go any and everywhere. So do that. Show up on someone else's stage. Pitch yourself to be a podcast guest. Do a joint Instagram live or write a guest post. Borrowing other people's audiences is one of the fastest visibility boosts. And so that is something I'm going to be focused on as well. With the new Spotlight relaunch, I'm going to be doing a lot more remote interviews of guests who's all over the world, who can help me in my journey and what I'm trying to do. And so if they can help me on my journey, then they can help you on your journey. Those are the type of guests I'm going to be looking for. So tell one story, not 10 facts. Instead of rattling off what you offer, share a short story about what you helped the customer do, solve the problem, or why you started your business. Stories stick, facts fade. And so that's one thing I've gotten better with as I started my podcast is telling my story and sharing where I've been at and what I've been through and what I've been doing. And so I always say I wished I started it earlier, but hey, timing is everything. You started when you started, and better late than never. So I'm glad I'm started it 2023. So I'm a couple years in. I'm a couple seasons in. And so I'll touch on how I'm a launch and get off into the new season here in a little bit. I am going to be creating a podcast booking agency through a platform called Podmatch. It's something I signed up for, and so all my guests now, if you want to be a guest on the show, you are going to have to scheduled through Podmatch. They do pay you a little bit of a couple of dollars. It's not a whole bunch of money, but it's something, and it add up the more you do it. But if you book your guest through Podmatch and you do your episode and put it out, they're gonna pay you a couple of dollars. So I'm gonna start doing that. So now I have my booking agency. It's called Podmatch, and I will be creating my own podcast booking agency to help others get guests. So that's part of the growth engine. It cross promotes with the Podmatch community, where you already be active at, and so it only makes sense. So the theory of business of visibility is turning attention into income. Attention, visibility, growth, and revenue. That's the journey I'm on right now. Attention, visibility, growth, and revenue. So I'm positioning Thorn City as a I'm positioning Thorn City as a visibility management agency. So the creative vendor network and marketplace will be a shared economy for growth. It's all about collaboration, affiliate splits, and a community powered business. So you can not only network, you might be able to find guests, but like I said, you can find services you might need, and you can offer your services that other people might need. And so I'm going to be building that out on the new website of mine that's coming. So the type of guests I'm going to be looking for are transformation leaders, basically. Not all, but those are the ones I'm looking, because I'm in the transformation phase right now for myself. And so people who's gone through big shifts in their business and life can inspire others. And so that's what I hope to do. And that's what I hope to find others to do for me and for you if you tapped in. So the creative vendor partners guests who aren't just storytellers, but potential marketplace vendors for Thorn City to help build the ecosystem and not just content. Like I said, you can't do it by yourself. I learned that over there at GMP, man. It was just me and my guy, man, for the whole time. I opened the door for other people. I gave people opportunities to take the bull and run by the horn with it, but they wanted help, and I couldn't help. I needed help. And so, man, you can't do it by yourself. So I'm going to be building up the community of people who want to help each other. And so that's what it's all about. So we're going to build the ecosystem, entrepreneurs and creators. That's who I'll be spotlighting for their journey and their offering. So what can you offer? How can you help? How can you help me? I want to help you. How can you help me? The syndicate collaborators aren't just guests. They're potentially joining the syndicate, building a community and collaboration over one-off interviews. So the future of the spotlight is scaling the visibility network, getting into my local digital advertising. I got a plot and a plan I've been plotting on for a minute. I'm finna finally launch it. And then, like I said, just growing the vendor marketplace. So the strategy. Let me see, where am I at here? Wintress. I am. I got quite a bit more. I don't know if I'm gonna get through all this. I'm gonna get through this. Give me about, Wintress, if you're still watching, give me about 8:45. I say 8:45. I'll shoot you a text and have you call in. Excuse me. Let's see, where was I? Dang, I lost my spot in my script. Let's see. What was I saying? I was talking about my release strategy for getting into the new season. So, you know what? I think I might save this. Let me see. Man, the Thorn City Spotlight rebrand master plan. Do I want to get into this? I think I might save this for next week. Yeah, I think I'm gonna save this. Let me see. Where am I? Oh, here we go. I'm gonna get on this call with Wintress and get this going. Hold on 1 second. Let me see. Where did I do that at? Dang. I was gonna get into my relaunch plan, but I'm not gonna do the release strategy tonight. I'm gonna save that for next week. I'm gonna get into this phone call with the lovely Wintress and her business partner. And then I think I'm gonna get into another phone call. It's another segment I've been wanting to do on my live show with my guy Milo. It's called Story Time with Mileage. My brother's he's a hell of a storyteller, and so I'm gonna get him online and see what kind of story he got for me tonight. But let me see. Dang, where'd it go? Is it in here? Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, there we go. Let me let's see. Oh, I said 1 minute. Oh, she's got the message. Yep, sorry, give me one minute. I need to take this one off of the Bluetooth. Oh shoot. I can go to. I need to take you off the Bluetooth. And then let me hook this one up. Let's see. Doop. And then I'm gonna pour me a new cocktail. Oh, here we go. Rodecaster Pro. Yes, pair. Now paired. Okay. There we go. Okay. I'm ready now. Let's see. Oh, made a mess. So you know what I need to do? Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's go all the way down here. See if this works. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Wintress.
This is Wintress and Alina.
And Alina. Hi, how you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the Spotlight Show for tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, of course. Thanks for being my guinea pigs, kind of. So I'm still figuring out my life setup and and I always have ideas of stuff I want to do. And so when you hit me up, I say, yeah, it would be perfect for me to test out an idea that I've been having.
All right. Well, thank
Yeah,
you. We appreciate it.
yeah, absolutely. So what's the name of your business?
The auntie.
The Aunties. Oh, the Aunties. I like it. That's the name of the business.
It is.
Tight. I like it. Everybody needs a good auntie in their life.
Hallelujah.
How long you guys been doing it?
Okay. So we just officially started. It's been about 2 months. 2 months since we made our business official.
Since it's been official, but how long was it not official that it was actually still a business?
It's been quite some time that we've been cooking for people.
Right.
So we might as well get paid for it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And plus it's our passion. So.
Yes.
And it's our passion.
There
I
you
want to
go.
be clear on that too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So tell me, what's the business? Tell me about the business. What's the business about?
So the business is we're starting out as a catering service.
Okay.
And I do anticipate we'll expand from that. But right now we're doing catering, most private catering, private events, and our slogan or our tagline is "Feeding the Soul."
Feeding the soul. Nice. Yeah. That's good.
So it's like we're the aunties,
you're
but
the
we want to.
aunties.
We're the aunties, and like she said, like Alina said, we absolutely love to cook. It is our passion, and
it's our ministry.
It is a ministry. So from a spiritual standpoint, feeding the soul, it definitely comes in the form of food. But when you deal with us, then you will know it comes with a lot more than just food.
Just food.
Friendship, relationships,
community.
Yep, community.
Very important.
All of that.
All that. Nice. So what kind of food are you cooking? What's on the menus?
Listen,
we are very diverse when it comes to our menu. So, of course, we do Southern comfort food, whether you want some ribs, some spaghetti, whether you want pork chops fried, chicken fried, baked. We also are on the other spectrum, too, where we do vegan options.
Okay.
We do bake. We're kind of wide ranged. We're different things that we do cater. So
nice.
We try to work with people and what they're working with. We've done family reunions. We've done birthdays. So it's what you're looking for, and we're gonna work around what you're looking for.
What you want, we got it.
Amen.
I heard that. So how did you guys meet?
Me and Winters. Oh my God, me and Winters have been friends for over 30 years.
Oh, wow.
So we met. We were debutantes. Yes, debutantes together in high school.
That's tight.
We've been friends a very long time. So it's more of a. I hate to even use that word friends. We're more of a, like a sisterhood.
Yep.
Yeah, we family now. Yeah, that's tight.
Amen.
Yeah, it's not a lot of people still have their good friends from back in school. So I got a bunch of high school friends I still hang out with.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So what made you guys thinking about starting the podcast?
Me and Winters is, I ain't gonna lie, we funny.
Funny.
Right? So, we're not comedians, but we funny. So, but we also want to delve into the community aspect. I hand it over to Winters on that one.
Definitely. I think for me, it is definitely dealing with the community. It's another avenue to showcase our business. It's another avenue to share our business. It's another avenue to collaborate, to help other businesses build. And I'm not a marketer per se, but I know it's a great way to market as well.
Absolutely. That's really what it's about. It's marketing and advertising. And so that's one of my focuses as I'm getting into I don't know if you guys were listening earlier, but I've been rebranding my podcast and my business. And so I'm just about ready to start relaunching everything. but that's my focus now is going to be not just podcasts in general, but actually entrepreneurial podcasts. So podcasters who are entrepreneurs and want to use
Okay.
podcasting to help build their business.
Mhm.
And so that's the niche I'm getting into. And so that's always been a hard thing for me is niching down. Because I've always done a lot and I've done multiple things. And so when you're driving down the street and you look up at stores, they have one focus. And so they don't have a big old
Yep.
focus. And so that's what I've been focusing on.
Mhm.
So do you guys have a name or theme in mind?
We're going to stick with the aunties.
With the aunties. Okay.
That's right.
Have you checked to see if anybody else has a podcast named Aunties?
We have not checked the podcast to see if anybody else has a podcast.
Okay, that would be my first thing I would do. I would check and make sure no one else has it. If they do, you can always add. You can say the Aunties and then and then add your names or something. You can always add something to
Okay.
it. If you look at podcasts, there's a lot of podcasts with the same names, but they might have added a different name, or they might switch the name around, or they add show instead of calling it a podcast, call it a show. It's ways to work around it, but that would be the
Okay.
first thing I would check, and then I would check. Do you guys have a website?
Yes.
It's
Okay.
in the works.
It's
We
in the
haven't
works.
launched it yet.
Okay.
We're still working on it.
Okay. That would be my next thing is making sure the domain name you want is available as well.
Right.
Yep. So let me see. Who do you imagine your ideal listener is? Who will you be talking to on your podcast? And what do you hope they get from your show after listening?
I envision talking to people of the community who, number one, are looking for someone who may cater an event for them.
Mm-hmm.
Also looking to, there's other things that we do as well. Our niche is cooking and feeding the soul.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have a couple other businesses selling jewelry, and I am a makeup artist.
Okay.
So just being like, I do a lot of things in the community, and there is not a lot of togetherness. So I'm hoping that we can touch on businesses or corporations. I really go into different events. I know there's a lot of small businesses or small corporations that are starting who like to throw events but can't really afford like high priced catering. So I really want to keep it. I want to keep it kosher. I want to keep it community based and community level. Getting paid for it is always a plus, but once it's a passion, then I'm here to work with the community.
Yeah.
I do that in my paid job now, and I kind of want to branch off for myself. I'm still there for now.
Yeah.
But still there for now, but that's, So I envision just any people of the community who are looking to, basically, if they need to be fed, we have a niche for women who, spiritually, when I say fed, I am definitely talking spiritually fed. So,
Gotcha.
That's a wide range.
Yeah.
It is.
So you guys gonna do the show together?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. It's always easier to have a co-host. I've been talking the last couple weeks. I've been doing this by myself, and I'm actually starting to like it a little bit. But it's tough when you're just sitting here talking to yourself. It feels kind of weird sometimes.
We look forward to having somebody to kind of bounce off of.
Having to bounce off of, exactly. Yep. And so I'll get into my guests. Once I get my guests, it'll be, if you don't have a co-host, then you always want to have a guest at least. But there's power in having a solo episode. If you got stuff to talk about, and long as you prepare, that's the thing, is to make sure you prepare for your show before. Don't just turn on your show and start your show and try and figure it out while you're on the show.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How often do you think you guys want to release episodes? So there's the most popular one is once a week probably. But you don't have to do once a week. You can do once a week. You can do every other week. You can do once a month. But the key is consistency. And so you want to, whatever you decide you can do and what you want to do, stick to that. If you're just going to release one episode a month, then do that. But be consistent with it. But do what you can do. Don't don't overdo yourself. Don't try to do 4 a week when you know it's going to be a struggle. So
yeah, it won't be that.
No,
Yeah.
we like she said, we both have full-time jobs, but we
Yeah.
want to make sure to stay consistent.
stay
But
consistent.
we want to be consistent.
Yep. And then the other thing is to before you even put an episode out, film a bunch of them so you have some some back stock stashed up. So once you start releasing them, if you don't record this week, but you can still release the episode because you already done built up a library of episodes. So
Mm-hmm.
we always told when we were helping people at the studio, we closed the studio. I don't know if you know that we closed the studio.
Yes, we knew that.
Okay, but we would do 4 episodes. We would do at least 4 episodes before we release one. So we have at least a month worth of episodes before we release one. And then as I'm doing some research into my rebranding of the episode and starting to relaunch, I'm finding that they said when you first release, to release a couple episodes, 2 or 3 episodes when you first release, because you have some of those people who want to see more of you, and so give them more of you right off the top, and then get consistent on your release schedule.
So then all your podcasts are not necessarily live.
No, they don't have to be live. My Saturday Night Live show is live, but my podcast that I'm going to be doing where I'm actually interviewing people, those won't be live.
Okay.
I will do I will do some live guests, but this is the live show. I kind of have, it's kind of 2 shows in one. I have my live show. This is for me to work on some content creation things. When I was talking earlier, when I was just talking, going through my little script I had, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna create reels and stuff out of those the stuff I was talking about. And so the live gives me a chance to create my content and that I can use throughout the week and throughout the month and so on and so on. Live is always tough because you can't go back and fix anything. Whatever you say, it is what it is.
Right.
Okay.
So
Makes sense.
I don't advise doing live episodes. They're fun. You can do live, but I would say you want to do some you want to be able to edit your episodes so you can put all your stuff
Probably
in
in the beginning it's wiser not to be live.
Yeah. And then you can always, if you just want to go live, just turn your social media on and go live, you can always do that. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So what makes your voice and perspective different from what's already out there?
I think what makes us different is what we are wanting to cater to. You have caterers who they cook very well, and they primarily focus on just the food aspect of it and collecting money from the food. And I believe that we want to keep ours a little bit on a more spiritual level and really being able to reach out and help feed people's souls, not just by in the kitchen, but if there's somebody who needs someone to talk to, if there's somebody who needs to bounce ideas, again, we're here to help the community. So I think being really community focused and community based is going to set us apart, because it's not just going to be like, well, it's just about the aunties and only focus on what we're doing.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So what do you feel your biggest obstacle is right now from starting the podcast?
We have absolutely no idea of where to start or how to start. So I think that is going to it's a huge challenge. Honestly, being creative and coming up with content, already have some things in the works for that. So I love being creative. I'm here for creative and out of the ordinary. And but I really think, knowing exactly where to start, how to start, just learning behind the scenes of podcasting, because I've never been like behind the scenes. I watch podcasts, I listen to podcasts, but I really don't know how they operate.
Gotcha.
Right.
Gotcha. So, if you had a chance to launch today, what would your first episode be about?
Oh my God. I think honestly our first episode will be about, because that's what we're trying to launch as well, it's about our catering business. So I think that would be our first episode about, and not only just about, like I said, I think we're kind of cornballish. So not only we talk about food, because obviously we wouldn't have like no 2-hour episode, right? So
no, that's too long. 2 hours is too long. I'm just on live for 2 hours.
So I don't know if it'd be like 30 minutes, an hour, I don't know. We could talk back and forth. But like you said, I think earlier, we don't want to just be on here rambling. Yeah. I loved your story. The thing you said earlier about tell a story and not 10 facts.
Yeah. Yep.
So just kind of tell a story, maybe how we got into the business or why we want to get into the business. We could talk an hour about that to make it entertaining. Yeah. So that kind of would be the first stepping stone of what we would go into before we went into all the other aspects, where we want this to go.
Gotcha.
So that's where I feel we go first.
No, yeah, that makes sense. So, yeah, hour is pretty standard, but to be honest, I'm gonna be I was doing hours shows are kind of long. People have short attention span. So I think when I'm gonna start putting my new episodes out, they're gonna be like 30 minutes.
Yep.
But if you shoot an hour, you can turn it into two. You can turn it into 2 episodes if you want to.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing you want to be consistent about, is you figure out how long you want it to be and kind of stick with it.
30 minutes would be, I think you're right, 30 minutes would be great, because people's attention span is right.
Yep.
And I used to go live on Facebook quite a bit, when I was selling my jewelry a lot. And I learned, at first I was going live for hours, 2 hours, the maximum that Facebook will let you. And like you said, people have to jump off on, the attention span is not there. And I found when I narrowed it down to like no more than 30 minutes, or even when I was doing like, I call them quickies, and I would come on for about 10 to 15 minutes or show 30 some items, and the views were out of this world. And the engagement and people buying. And so, yeah, definitely about 30 minutes, because you want to be able to let people listen to you, but then if they have other stuff that they need to get done, so yeah, make it where it's feasible for people to listen.
Have you thought about what success will look like for your podcast 6 months from now?
I have.
Honestly, I have not. No.
Haven't.
Yeah. No. So yeah, think about what do you want it to look like 6 months down the road. For me, I want to build out my community and that I'm trying to launch my creative network and vendor marketplace, where people are helping out. You not only can find your service, you can find the services you need to help, but you can sell your services. And so I'm creating that on my new website. Yep. So what would be one thing from me that I can help you guys out with? Like I said, I'm getting into, this is my first rodeo getting into the coaching. And so this is something I've been wanting to do. But I just haven't done it. And so tell me how I can help.
A lesson on, like, I would call it like podcasting 101. Just like a generic basic overview of what it is a person who is behind the scenes or on that microphone needs to be doing.
Okay. So yep.
Like, really, like, what is step one? Yeah. Right? So what is step one? What is the first step? If you're totally ignorant to the podcast world, what is like step one to get started? And then what is kind of like the foundation? Where do I go? Step one, step two, what do I need to do to get like you blue headphones on. Got my little black, got all this stuff around. Got my little mic in my face, my little water and whatever on the side.
Yeah.
Well, how do I get there?
Gotcha. Well, yeah, you definitely got to start from the beginning. So there's a couple free courses out. I can send you. My system I'm putting together is a podcast host system, and so it'll be, like I said, there'll be a do-it-yourself version, there'll be a done-for-you version, and a done-with-you version, which will be the coaching, and that's something I'm putting together right now. I found someone to help me start building it out, but there is a couple of platforms that I use that do offer free podcasting courses, and they'll teach you exactly what you just asked me about. And so I'll send those to you guys. And
appreciate it.
You have my number, and you have my I don't know if you have my email, but you have my number. So,
yes. And we'll be using it.
Yes, please do.
Right.
Use
so you're sending us free courses, like this is our homework.
Yeah. Yep.
And then we need to do our homework and then come back and talk to you.
Talk to the teacher.
Yeah. And so even while you're going through the course, if you've have questions about anything, hit me up. Send me a message and say, what are they talking about right here?
Okay.
And then my other thing is, do you guys use ChatGPT?
I do.
You do. ChatGPT is gonna be your best friend. That is the best assistant I've ever come across. It seems to know everything I need to know. It seems to any thoughts I have in my head, it can put it on paper and make it all make sense.
Yeah.
So when you're going through the course, if you have a question, type it into ChatGPT. That's what I did. I said, if I didn't know what they was talking about, I would say, okay, this question, how do you refer this to me? And then as the more you use ChatGPT, the more it gets to know you. So I've been using it for quite some time now. And so I can ask it a question about something we talked about 6 months ago, and it'll know what we're talking about. Or I can ask it a question about something I'm trying to do, and it'll refer back to all the conversations we had. And so I know there's a lot of people have a thing against AI, but if you use it to your advantage, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay, I do. I like it. I love ChatGPT.
Yeah, ChatGPT is the truth. And there's this.
I almost got it beat, not quite, so that's why I use it.
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah, and like I said, there's a ton of other AI platforms out here. That's part of that'll be part of the system I'm putting together. I'll start doing some tutorials on how to use all the different AI platforms that I use. That can help you save time on trying to do your podcast. What was the other question I was going to ask you guys? So when I say podcasting, do you guys have a preference of audio or video or both?
My preference is definitely audio.
Audio, okay.
I don't mind being in front of the camera, so I would do visual too, but audio would be my first preference.
Okay, so I always like to tell people, because it's gotten kind of diluted with the video, but podcasting is audio. When you add video, it's turning into a show, more like a TV show.
Right.
Podcast is more like a radio show. So it is audio. So there is a big market out here for just podcasting, which is just audio. The video is good because people like to see video. So you always, even if you focus on audio, turn your phone on and capture the video, is what I like to say. I just happen to have the equipment to do all this stuff, so I can do it how I'm doing it. But I am focusing on the audio side of podcasting, because the big companies and the big brands are now into the podcasting, and they do video, and they have big budgets to do their video. And so when you look at, we had people come to the studio and say they want to do their podcast like so-and-so. And I asked them, do you know how many people they have on their team and what kind of budget they're working with? And they're like, no, I don't. I'm like, well, probably cost this much. And they're like, well, I don't have that budget. I'm like, well, you probably can't do a
Right.
podcast like them. So you got to get creative and do it how you can do it. But there's a market for the audio podcasters, and that's not going anywhere. And it's a market out there, and it can help you build your business as well, even just through audio. So
That
that's the
sounds
other
good.
thing I would think about is how much budget you guys want to spend. How do you want to do it? If it's just audio, it's pretty simple. You get a couple mics. Like I said, you can use your phone as your video to capture it, because you just want to capture it and be able to post, little clips of the video. The audio can be your whole episode, and it'll save you money. And then there's a lot of, like, you don't necessarily need to all this expensive equipment that I got. There's processes that you can stick your audio through, and it'll clean it up and make it sound like you recorded it in the studio. So the main thing is to just do it. Just get it and go. Whatever you got, you just get started and do it. You can improve over time and get better as you go. But that's the biggest thing in the whole back, is the self-doubt and want to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. You can always improve as you go. So long as you're getting better and you're learning as you go, you're doing it right.
All right. I like that. Yes. You have been extremely helpful.
Oh, thanks. That's what I'm here for. I'm turning a new leaf.
No, well, thank you. I'm glad I'm here for the ride.
So yes, I'm gonna use you guys as I'm trying to figure out my structure and my processes. If you don't mind.
No, the 18th appreciate it.
The 18th, yeah, I like. Yep.
we need assistance.
Yeah,
we need assistance.
I got you. I'm here to help, and you can always, call in on my live on my Saturday night lives, and I'll give you any help I can give you.
Be careful. Be careful. They only call it again.
Oh, we're going to have the auntie segment then.
Hey, man, we going to Kitty.
Absolutely.
Good. So we look forward to those. You sending us those links. We're going to do our homework.
Yep.
Look, and this will be the last time, because we're going to be a steady fixture.
I got you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right. We appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you guys for calling in, and I'm going to send y'all the links as soon as I get off the live.
All righty. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You guys have a good night.
You too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, that was fun. That was tight. The aunties. I'm just going to save this as the aunties. The aunties. Shout out to the aunties, man. We going to get them up and going. Watch this. We going to get them off the ground, and we going to get them going. Let's see. Let's see if I can get my guy Choke on the line and see if we can get a little story time in with my guy Mileage. Let me tell him I'm calling from this other number. I don't know if he got this number. Let's see, I'm calling you. Oh man. So this is what I didn't mention at the beginning is where I'm at. The podcast dreams. Podcast dreams, from delivery driver to dream chaser. I've been doing the gig work for probably about 10 years now, man. I was one of the first people around here I'm gonna go out on the limb and say I was the first Uber driver. I ain't gonna say Lyft because I signed up for Lyft late. I was already into the Uber, but I don't think nobody was doing Uber around here before me because it wasn't even in Portland when I signed up for Uber. It was in Vancouver. I seen that something popped up and it said drive Uber, make $25 an hour or something. Excuse me. I had always, let me try something out here. Yeah, man. Give myself a round of applause to your boy. But yeah, man, I started doing Uber in 2016. No. 2016. So about 9 years. No, I looked up Uber earlier. It said I've been on there for 11 years. I don't know. Whatever the numbers is, I'll check out and I'll give y'all the update on my exact numbers. But the gig work, man, I done it all. I done Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, Postmates, Amazon Flex. There's a couple other ones. I just started a new one. I ain't gonna mention it because I shouldn't have mentioned them because I'm trying to see if I can get a sponsorship out of these people, man. Before I start giving them some love. But there's a new one that I've been doing, and it's actually pretty cool. I like the service. It's pretty tight. So I'm the king of the gig work out here, but I got podcast dreams now, man. So I got to get out of from delivery driver to the dream chaser. I'm tracing my dreams, man. I've been chasing them, but I'm gonna keep chasing them. See if my guy Choke answer. I gave him the wrong number too. 740. Oh, I missed that. My guy Choke might have went to sleep on me.
Look how long that takes. Literally. So if the light's on, now I long press lockout 1, lockout 2. One is now fully locked out. But it took a few seconds to unlock it. Now half press, long press. Didn't go. Hold on.
I don't know what he was talking about on there. Well, let's see. Do I want to get back into any of this stuff? I don't think I do. Let's see. I think it's only 9 o'clock. Damn, it was something I needed to do. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to get into this tonight. I think I'm going to go on and call it quits, man. I got me a good hour in. Man. Live stream. That's more than enough. I'm going to get into doing more tutorials. Like I said, I got to get my video ended. They ended my video week. Oh well. Where is it at? Are you gonna send it to me? Well, I hope they send me my video that ended. I need to repost that thing. It's all good. I'm recording everywhere. I got my Rodecaster recording for my audio. I got the Streamlabs recording. And then I got the live recording. Man, this has been fun, man. I'm really enjoying this solo stuff, man. I can't wait to get this relaunch going. I've been procrastinating. Well, I ain't gonna say I've been procrastinating. I was waiting to finish up my schoolwork. My class I was in. So that's done now. Now I'm just waiting for. I finished my capstone project, the wrap up. Waiting on my feedback from that, and then I recorded these here tonight. Oh, I got to do an extra interview. And then I'm going to get my funds released. That's going to go into the launch of the new wave of Thorn City Syndicate Management. And so that's when I'll move into my new office. That's when I'll get my new, let's see, where we at? Right over here. I'm going to have something right here for you guys. Once I get one of those, the cat will be all the way out the bag. Man, but I got some new, I got a newfound clarity and vision on what I want to do and how I want to do it. And so now it's just a matter of putting the plan into action. I got a team that's going to work with me to help me build this platform out, get my new website rebuilt. It's going to be fun. So, let's see. Like I said at the beginning, man, I need y'all to bang that subscribe on YouTube. My subscribers are down. Tap in on the tap in, like my guy Seasoning say. Make sure y'all tune into Thursday nights with what I think was seasoning. Me and my guy chopping it up. I need y'all to like, share, subscribe. Go on and hit that www.thorncitysyndicate.com. You see what this says right here? Let's do it here, this way. Get your free digital report card. Free. I repeat, it is free. But just what do they call it? Transparency. You will go into that will be your first entry into my funnel. So get your free digital report card. See what your digital brand and your digital footprint looks like online. Get your grades. Back to the old school. A, B, C, D, E, or F. I think I had one F in my lifetime. Was it a D or an F? I think it was a D. No, I think it was F. I had one F in my lifetime. It might have been a D. And I had to go to summer school for history class because I had one of the worst teachers. And it was right after lunch. If you was late 1 minute, he locked the door and you couldn't get in. So that was weak. But I got a few bad grades on my digital report card. But once I get my new office space situated, I'm going to start diving into updating all my stuff, get my updated, and get my grades up on my report card. So this is the Thorn City Spotlight, SNL, Saturday Night Live. It's the Be Seen, Be Heard, Be Remembered experience. You catch me next week, same time, same energy. It's powered by Thorn City Syndicate Management. It's where visibility meets transformation, and transformation builds legacy. This is your platform, your voice. If you're ready to be seen, be heard, be remembered, let's talk. Drop a comment, tap in on the tap in, tell a friend to tell a friend. Subscribe to Thorn City Spotlight on YouTube. Big shout out to GMP. GMP is still around. Y'all see the hat? It's still GMP on mine. It's your boy Naeem Hall, man, the Thorn City podcast guy. I'll see y'all next Saturday.